Hi friends, in this video I'm going to show you how to single crochet. So get a slip knot on your hook. If you need a refresher, you can watch the how to do a slip knot video. And let's just start by chaining 15. You can also watch the video on how to make a row of chains as a refresher. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, pause the video if you need to catch up. Otherwise, here we go. So after you make your foundation row of chains, to do a single crochet, you're always going to skip the first chain right below your hook. So you can see it's this V right here. Boop. And you're going to single crochet into the second chain, so right above my thumb fingernail. So that's for single crochet. You're going to skip the first chain and single crochet into the second chain from the hook. And to do that, you can kind of see there's already a natural gap. That's where you're going to insert your hook. So insert your hook into the second chain from the hook, and you'll see you have 2 loops over your yarn. You're going to yarn over so your hook goes behind the yarn, and twist your hook so that you grab that yarn and pull it through just 1 loop. So now you still have 2 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over again, so send your hook in front and behind. Twist your hook downward so that you catch that yarn, and you're going to pull through both loops on your hook. So 1, 2. And you should only have 1 loop on your hook once a single crochet is done. So that's 1 single crochet. Let's just single crochet across these chains. Because we started with 15 and we skipped 1, we should have 14 single crochets when we're done. So that's 1. You're going to find the next chain to go into. Make sure you're paying attention. Do you see this pretty big gap right there, that big hole? That's the chain we just worked into. So you've got to go on to the next one. So as you're learning how to crochet, pay attention to what you're doing. Pay attention to where you're inserting your hook. So that's 2. You're going to go on to the next chain. Insert your hook into the chain, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. And that's also what I say in my head as I'm doing this, even after all these years. So that's 3, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. That's 4, insert, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. 5. I'm gonna just keep going along. You keep working too if you need to pause the video to catch up. That was just 6, through 2, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, yarn over. And of course I lost count, but that's okay. We'll go back and take a look to make sure we know that we're counting correctly. Okay, here we are. We have 1 more chain to single crochet into. It's the one right above the slip knot. So insert your hook as you have been doing. Insert, yarn over, pull through 1, insert, yarn over, pull through 2. So let's take a look at what we've done, just so that we understand what we're looking at. What I like to do is count backwards from where my hook is. Even though I started here, I'm going to count backwards from here. So this last V right there, that's the last one I did. That counts as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. This one here that almost looks like a triangle point. Looks more like a corner. So that's 14. So I know that I didn't lose any stitches. I didn't pick up any stitches either. After you single crochet a row, this is usually called row 2. Row 1 was our foundation chain. You're going to chain 1. And then you're going to turn your work clockwise. So notice that my work is kind of to the right. You're going to flip it towards you and over to the left. That would be clockwise. All right, to single crochet row 3, and basically every row hereafter, usually row 3 is what you repeat in a pattern. You're going to skip this chain 1 that we did before we turned. And you see how there is a gap just below the chain? That's where you insert your hook. And so you understand what you're looking at, if you turn your work so it's standing up and you can see your sideways V's, we're inserting our hook below both of these bars that make up that V. So our hook is going right below it, just like that. But you gotta have your yarn on your hook, obviously. So let me get resituated. So skip that chain 1 and insert your hook into that space below the first stitch, the first V. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. So you should have 1 loop on your hook. And then you're going to keep going down. We should single crochet 14 because that's how many stitches we've got. So moving on to stitch 2, you'll notice the gap right underneath that V, that sideways V. That's where your hook goes for single crochet, regular single crochet. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 2. Here's the next one. You might have to sometimes the gaps are not always super noticeable. So as you crochet more, you're gonna learn what you're looking at. You're gonna get used to what you're looking at. So insert your hook into the 3rd stitch, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. That's 3. I need to unwind some yarn. Excuse me. There we go. Okay, so that's 3. Let's keep on trucking down. This will be 4. And you know what? I'll pause here too. Because we're so close to our foundation row of chains, you might notice some pretty big holes, like way at the bottom. Careful you don't insert your hook into those holes. That's the foundation row of chains. We're not working into that. We're working into row 2. So above those more noticeable gaps is the gap where you need to insert your hook. And you can always just like turn your work, right? Be like, wait, where's the V? Where's the stitch? Okay, it's up here. I need to go into this gap. So this is going to be 5, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Keep on trucking. 6, 7. If you ever need to pause the video to catch up, rewind, do what you got to do. I think this is 9, 10. It's okay if you lose count. You can always go back and recount your stitches. 11, 12, 13. And we have one more to do. Real important that you don't miss this last stitch. You'll notice that if I start doing the next row, I have this little bump out here. So it's usually kind of angled down and it's a little bit more twisted. Oops, my hook is blocking it. It's a little bit more twisted than the other stitches. So the best way to make sure you don't miss this last stitch is to double check how many you've already done. I only have 13. I know that I need to do this last stitch. So make sure you're going just under that V. Okay, so actually it looks like you almost have 3 loops on your hook when you do a regular single crochet. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. And that's row 3 of a single crochet stitch. From here, you'd repeat row 3, which is chain 1 and turn your work. And you'd skip that chain 1 and you'd work into that first stitch just under those two, that sideways V. And you keep on plucking down or trucking down. But I'm going to stop the video there. So that is how to do a regular single crochet stitch.